Did you know that our Earth and the entire solar system were born out of a dense cloud of interstellar gas and dust around 4.5 billion years ago? Quite a mind-boggling fact, isn't it? This nebulous cloud swirling in the vast expanse of space was the cradle of our solar system and indeed our planet Earth. Over time, gravity began to pull together these particles of gas and dust, causing the cloud to collapse and creating a spinning disk of material. At the very center of this disk, the pressure and temperature rose to such an extent that nuclear fusion ignited, giving birth to a new star, our Sun. But what about Earth? Well, in the cooler outer regions of the disk, dust and gas started to stick together. These clumps of matter slowly grew, forming larger and larger chunks that eventually became planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. Amidst this cosmic ballet, one of these planetesimals was our nascent Earth. The early Earth was a hot and hostile place, a far cry from the blue planet we call home today. It was a world in the throes of constant volcanic eruptions, with a surface molten with lava. The heat was so intense that any water present would have existed only as vapor. Over countless millennia, meteorites bombarded the planet, delivering the necessary ingredients for life: water, carbon, and nitrogen. This was Earth's fiery baptism, a time of intense heat and volcanic activity. Yet it was from this chaotic environment that the seeds of life would eventually take root. The Earth cooled, the volcanoes quieted, and water vapor condensed to form oceans. It's extraordinary to think about, isn't it? The calm, serene planet we inhabit today, teeming with life and diverse ecosystems, was born from such a violent and chaotic beginning. So, our Earth was born in a fiery, chaotic environment, far removed from the calm and serene planet we know today. Ever wondered how the moon came to be? It's a tale of a violent collision and a cosmic dance. Our story unfolds approximately 4.5 billion years ago, not long after the birth of our own planet Earth. Picture this. In the early solar system, Earth had a companion, a planetary sibling, if you will. This was not our serene moon as we know it today, but a roguish planet roughly the size of Mars. Astronomers have named this lost world Theia. Theia and Earth, bound by gravitational forces, were engaged in an intricate cosmic ballet, but this dance was destined for disaster. Theia, perhaps drawn in too close or maybe just a victim of its own momentum, hurtled towards Earth. The resulting collision was nothing short of cataclysmic. The impact of this crash was so intense it sent a vast cloud of debris, a mix of material from both Earth and Theia, hurtling into space. This wasn't just a simple bang and scatter situation. The dynamics of this event were incredibly complex. The debris didn't simply fly away into the void of space, never to be seen again. Instead, it lingered around Earth, trapped by our planet's gravitational pull. Over time, this swirling cloud of rubble started to coalesce, drawn together by the very same forces that had initially spread them apart. Piece by piece, particle by particle, they began to form a new entity. Amidst the chaos and violence of its birth, a new celestial body was taking shape. This process wasn't quick. It took tens of millions of years for the debris to fully coalesce. But eventually, from the remnants of that catastrophic collision, our moon was born. A constant companion in our night sky, a beacon in the dark, born from violence and chaos. Thus, our moon, the beautiful celestial body that lights up our night sky, is the result of a violent cosmic event. Fast forward to around 3.8 billion years ago and we find another major milestone in Earth's history, the formation of the first primitive ocean. As the Earth cooled down from its fiery birth, water vapor in the atmosphere began to condense. This cooling process over millions of years resulted in the formation of the first primitive ocean. This vast body of water, although not like the oceans we know today, was the cradle where the magic of life began to stir. Beneath the ocean's surface, the stage was set for the appearance of microscopic organisms. These minute life forms were not much to look at. In fact, they were so tiny that thousands could fit on the head of a pin. But don't let their size fool you, because these microscopic organisms were the precursors to all life on Earth. These organisms, called prokaryotes, were simple cells without a nucleus. Yet they were capable of the most extraordinary thing: reproduction. They were the first to master the art of creating life from life, a process that every living being today still follows. But how did these organisms appear? Well, scientists believe that the right mix of elements, energy sources, and time allowed for the creation of organic molecules, which eventually formed these primitive cells. This process, known as abiogenesis, is still a topic of intense study and debate today. However, one thing is certain: these primitive organisms were the pioneers of life, starting a lineage that would eventually lead to the rich diversity of life we see on Earth today. From the smallest bacteria to the largest blue whale, from the humblest moss to the tallest redwood, all owe their existence to these microscopic ancestors. So let's take a moment to appreciate the remarkable journey that life on Earth has undertaken. From its humble beginnings in the ancient oceans, it has evolved, adapted, and thrived, leading to the incredible biodiversity we see today. From these humble beginnings in the ancient oceans, life on Earth began its incredible journey. Imagine a world without oxygen. Hard to breathe, right? But that's what Earth was like until about 2.4 billion years ago. The time had come for Earth to take a deep breath, and it was all thanks to the tiniest of organisms. This period, known as the Great Oxygenation Event, was a turning point in Earth's history. It was the moment when photosynthesizing bacteria called cyanobacteria began to fill the atmosphere with oxygen. Cyanobacteria, these minuscule single-celled organisms, were the planet's first oxygen factories. They used sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into glucose and oxygen, a process we now know as photosynthesis. By producing oxygen as a byproduct, these tiny organisms were setting the stage for a revolution. As oxygen levels began to rise, the face of Earth started to change. The increase in oxygen led to lower levels of carbon dioxide, which had a cooling effect on the planet's climate. This colder climate was a stark contrast to the warm, carbon dioxide-rich environment that had prevailed. But the changes didn't stop there. The rising oxygen levels also had a profound impact on life itself. The oxygen-rich atmosphere allowed for the evolution of more complex life forms. These organisms were not only able to survive in the new environment, but they also thrived, diversifying and evolving into the myriad forms of life we see today. In essence, the rise of oxygen set the stage for the evolution of life as we know it. It transformed our planet from a hostile, inhospitable world into a place teeming with life. In the grand scheme of things, these changes happened in the blink of an eye. Yet their consequences have reverberated through billions of years, shaping the world we live in today. So every breath you take, remember to thank those tiny bacteria for fundamentally transforming our planet. From a fiery birth to a planet teeming with life, Earth's history is a tale of transformation. Our journey began around 4.5 billion years ago, when the solar system took shape from a dense cloud of interstellar gas and dust. This cosmic ballet, a dance of matter and energy, birthed the sun and our home, the Earth. But the drama didn't stop there. The Earth had a violent encounter with Theia, a planet roughly the size of Mars. This catastrophic collision didn't spell the end for Earth, but rather, it gifted us with our ever-present companion, the Moon. The debris from this impact coalesced and solidified, forming the Moon and forever changing the face of our night sky. In the ensuing eons, our planet underwent a transformation. Around 3.8 billion years ago, Earth's first primitive ocean came into being. From these waters emerged the first microscopic organisms. These tiny pioneers paved the way for the diverse symphony of life we see today. The rise of these early life forms heralded a significant change in our planet's atmosphere. Oxygen levels increased, marking a turning point in Earth's evolutionary history. As oxygen levels rose, carbon dioxide levels fell, leading to a colder climate. This shift in atmospheric composition set the stage for the ice ages, further shaping the Earth's landscapes and ecosystems. And so, from a fiery, inhospitable world, Earth evolved into a planet teeming with life, a blue oasis in the vastness of space. This journey wasn't linear, nor was it gentle. It involved dramatic collisions, drastic climate shifts, and countless adaptations by life forms over billions of years. Earth's history is a testament to the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet. Who knows what exciting chapters are still to be written in Earth's ongoing story? From the primordial soup to the diverse ecosystems we see today, our planet's history is a testament to the power of change and adaptation. As we continue to explore and understand our world, we can only marvel at what the future might hold in the next pages of Earth's grand narrative.